And my friends are my family, and generosity is like hardwired into my brain. So on those lines, when I have friends come visit me or whatever, I'm very open and mi casa su casa kind of mentality. So I have a situation right now, and I really want to open up a bottle of wine. And this happened about 2 hours ago. And I went through it, and I'm like, it's a really nice bottle of wine. And
So you're saying that there's wine at the place you're staying.
they have my friends have a home where they have a wine fridge, and it's not super expensive, by the way, but do I need to ask them before I open it?
Wait. So how many? Let me get a sense of the landscape here. How big is the wine fridge? How many bottles are in there?
It's about 6 bottles.
That's it. Only
Yeah.
6 bottles.
Yeah.
And you want to drink one of them.
Yeah.
And have you looked to see, do you recognize the bottles? Are any of them really expensive?
I'm not sure if I would know, but I don't think there's really expensive.
You can look it up. You can look it up on,
online. But that takes the fun out of it.
What fun?
It's just fun.
Stealing.
Because so you want to steal it. You want to roll the dice and get a bottle, drink a bottle of wine.
No, because my point is that there's no downside to this, right?
Yes, there is.
If I drink the bottle, my friendship with this couple is so strong, it would survive it easily.
Hold on. What if it's a sentimental bottle? What if it's a bottle they got on their wedding night?
Oh.
That they're saving for their 50th anniversary.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Good one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Or any kind of special occasion.
What if the Dalai Lama gave them a bottle?
Can I give you there's another part of the story which you don't know. There's more information. 6 months ago, this same couple was in New York with me. Mm-hmm. And we had a post event celebration with them. They had this big thing they did together. They did a film together, and their family came, and we had nowhere to go. So I invited them over to my house where I was staying.
Okay.
And the house I was staying at was another couple's house, who also have a really big wine fridge, and there was like 10 people. We're all friends. We're all family together. So I basically served wine.
How many bottles?
Maybe like 6
to 8 bottles. In someone else's home that wasn't there.
But they're family, and they are also family with the other. They were all one big family.
Right.
What do you mean family?
Family get mad
in what sense?
Yeah.
Not
genetically?
No.
Hate
each other.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a huge difference.
So, but it's a beautiful story, right? Because ultimately,
it depends.
The way I look at it is that if you're not able to share, the loins of your work.
I don't think that's what it is, but go ahead. Yeah.
Not the loins.
The loins of your work?
I think that's your children.
Yeah, or it's pork product. Tenderloin. You can share your loins of pork.
Well, maybe. What if the Dalai Lama gave him the loins of pork?
So if the Dalai Lama gave it a loins of pork.
I guess I drank. My point is, I drank the bottle.
Okay.
So you did it already.
I did.
And you weren't asking us. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to hide the bottle? Are you going to put it back in empty? What are you going to do with the empty bottle? Throw it out? What's the plan?
Is it a screw top?
No, it was not a screw top.
Can you replace it?
I'll tell them tomorrow or something.
What year Boone's Farm was it?
But is that a? I almost do it because it's just. I almost feel that they expect me to do it. You know what I mean?
No, they don't expect you to do it.
Well, no, wait. If they left it in the fridge, knowing Omar's coming over, and that he has, and it's true. I think we're all aware that mi casa is su casa policy that he runs. He's coming over, staying at your place, and you just left it there and thinking, I hope he doesn't take it.
Hide your wives.
You.
But Dave, it's a wine fridge. They're not going to take their wine out of the wine fridge when someone comes. They're just going to leave it in there because that's where it always resides.
Well, do they have a wine cellar? Yeah. Do they have a wine cellar as well?
No, not in this. But the house where we had in New York, it was a wine cellar, and they were very happy to drink that wine. I might add.
Did they say anything to you? Did they notice the missing bottles?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
how did it go? How did it work out in the other place?
You mean the first hit, or you mean the one
the
in
ones
New
that
York?
you drank?
The one where you cracked open 6 of them.
I think it's still kind of an issue, but it's funny.
Oh, it's an issue.
Yeah, I mean, in a funny way.
In a funny way? What did they say to you?
Well, they're like, God, that one day that Omar just went into our wine closet and took out like half a dozen bottle of wines and served the, the family.
First of all, you invited all those people over to their house. So, as if it was your own house.
So generous of you.
Yeah, this story's gotten worse.
But this has
went
to get
from
worse.
Should I open one bottle to I already did it. That doesn't matter.
And I did it once before, 6 times.
Yeah, I did it before, except that was much, much greater.
But that was to celebrate a very, special moment.
It doesn't matter what it was for. It's not your place.
Yeah.
It feels like there needs to be some research of how expensive these bottles are. Like, can you get some kind of?
I agree.
Assume that they're, over $50 a bottle.
Over 50, under. No, I think the.
Over 50, under 100.
Okay.
No, don't do it.
I would think between that range, I think you're fine. You can replace bottles easily in that range.
I disagree.
You think a $90 bottle of wine is irreplaceable?
First of all, I'm not saying anything's irreplaceable. What I'm saying is we live in a day and age where it is so simple to just text somebody, hey, do you mind if I crack open one of these bottles of wine? Then you've covered all your bases.
But that's awkward.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You're disturbing them.
You know you're going to be found out. You know you're going to be found out. So why not cover your tracks before rather than after?
Because to me, covering my tracks, that mentality means that the relationship I have with the person whose house I'm in it's authentic. Because
let me ask you something.
I wouldn't want them to call me. I want them
get
to
it.
make whatever
that's the problem.
I get it.
Your philosophy is that
you're putting your own mentality into their heads, and not everyone has the same mentality. Did they say, hey, you can stay at our place? Oh, and by the way, make yourself at home and everything's available to you. Yeah, I see the wine. Did they say that? Did they say those words? But hey, help yourself to anything.
No, as a matter of fact, they said to me that I could sleep in their bedroom.
Yeah, that's not the same thing.
To me, that's more intimate than taking wine out of a
That's
wine
not more intimate.
fridge.
It's not about intimacy. It's about you can wash sheets.
Dave agrees with me.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what he's doing in there. That's my question.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, I don't want you sleeping in my bed.
Well,
I don't like when people sleep in my bed. I don't like when anyone sleeps in my bed.
I'm going to defend Omar for a second
like
here. I think if you're inviting Omar if you know Omar, and you wouldn't let him stay if you didn't know him, and I think there's an element of it's an understanding that kind of everything is open because he would do that for you. So if you came in and thought, I can't believe he took it, then you don't know him very well.
Okay, can I ask you something, Dave?
Oh my God.
Let me paint a different picture for you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Let's say Omar comes to your place.
Yeah.
All right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, and then he's like, well, I'm here, I'm bored. There's some great movies on, and then he starts buying a whole bunch of pay-per-view movies.
Yeah.
Okay? Are you cool with that?
I would. Yeah.
You'd be all right with that?
As long as he wasn't in my bed.
Yeah. Oh, he's in your bed.
Yeah. All right. So then I would say, Omar's staying. I know Omar. I better set some ground rules.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
When people,
there wouldn't be many. In fact, I can't think of any. I think I would have a mi casa, su casa policy as well. And certainly, I don't know if there's anything in our house.
I just scanned the bottle.
Well, and
it's $94.
Yeah, that's too
under
much.
100. You're fine.
That's too. No, I disagree.
I
disagree. That's
I gotta get them a bottle. I agree.
Yeah, now you got to replace it.
Well, that's what then you have to follow up.
It's so tasty though, and I'll never forget this moment.
Yeah.
That doesn't do them any good. Yeah.
Will you replace the bottles?
Yes, of course. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah. I
mean, probably.
I don't think it's as bad. I would err on the side of asking or not doing it.
Do you remember last week's podcast when Omar asked us if we were good house guests, and he said he was an amazing house guest?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that went out the window.
Well, I remember when he said that he was a jack of all trades and could do lots of change the oil and do everything.
He did say that as well.
We pushed him on that.
True.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
That was bullshit as well.
There's a lot of questionable things that
you can't. I would never. This is what makes me a good house guest. I would never take anything of any type of value at all from a house.
What about a $30 bottle of wine?
No, wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do any. I would never open a single bottle of wine. Wouldn't do it. I would go and get a bottle if I wanted.
Has this family stayed with you, Omar? And have you done something similar?
We vacationed together. That doesn't count.
No, that does not count.
They're planning on visiting me actually in soon with their family. So, but nothing heretofore.
They are going to ravage the shit out of everything you own.
I want them to.
Yeah, and that's
okay, but that's different. That's wonderful. No, you're right. That's how you are.
Josh, you're right. You're
not
right.
How everybody is.
No, that is a fair point. And I'm going to make a concerted effort tomorrow to go get.
There's part of me. There's a part of me, and I'm not going to say how big a part of me, but there's a part of me that really hopes that is like their dying grandfather's bottle that he gave them on his deathbed, and it was the last thing they said. I want you to have this wine and don't open it. Pass it from generation to generation. I made this by myself. I stomped on the grapes.
I did not mention this. I believe that there were 2 bottles of this in the fridge, and that was one of the reasons why I was comfortable taking it. Let me confirm that.
And it's a wine fridge. I'm not a wine
fridge.
Yeah,
I have a wine fridge.
So you would put your best bottles in the wine fridge.
You put all your bottles that are refrigerated.
Well, some people have like 100 bottles.
If those people have other means by which to put their wine in, I'm
just wondering if it's in a wine fridge, is that there's an underlying statement that this is not your best bottle.
So
no,
it's a drinkable place.
Some bottles have to be refrigerated.
But something you're saving for the next 20 years, I don't know.
Okay,
why not?
So
I've had a Capri Sun in my fridge since 1987.
A what?
A fruit punch Capri Sun.
A ham sandwich.
Yeah. One of these days is going to be delicious. As soon as I can find the straw.
So maybe at this point, I think I'm having a little bit of a mild panic attack. But maybe you guys can help me think about how to handle it at this point. Don't say you should ever have gotten to this point to begin with. We're here right now.
You're here now.
You're here.
I think
would you text my friend? Should I text her right now and say?
So there's a couple ways to play it.
Yes.
The first way you can play it, which is the way I would play it, is I would text like, "Hey, do you mind if I crack open this bottle of wine?" Because now you're not admitting to anything, and if they say yes, done, you're in the clear. If they say no, then you got to fess up anyway, which you were going to do regardless. But at least you have an out without repercussion.
You could try to replace with the same bottle, possibly.
You could.
Or you could say,
tomorrow. Yeah.
What about I accidentally dropped it, getting the mayonnaise out of the back of, I guess it's not
the wine fridge? I don't know who's keeping their helmets
I
in the
keep
wine
forgetting
fridge.
It's not a fridge. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just a podunk from Wisconsin.
That's the Midwest answer. I was trying to get the relish from behind the wine fridge.